Well, suppose you just press right out again.
I thought you might need my help.
Not while I have Wilfred. Beat it.
All right. You will be sorry.
Well?
No marks of violence, but it looked like he clutched at something as he went down. 3 of his nails were broken off.
3 of his nails, eh? Wonder how that happened.
Did you find any evidence of suicide? Any notes?
Nope.
Murder?
Nope. Nobody heard a sound.
Then it must have been an accident.
Yes, I guess it was.
Central 5800. Morning news? City editor, please. Mr. Perkins. Pat Morgan. I don't know enough yet, but you can give it a spread, one of those question things. Was Harker murdered? All right, give me your rewrite, man.
Hello.
Pat Morgan on the Harker case.
Who?
Stop asking questions and take this down. I may get stopped any minute.
Okay, go on.
You can give it a heading of questions. Was Harker philanthropist or crook? Who was the mysterious B-double-E, who telephoned Harker's apartment 2 hours before his death and said, "I've got to see you"? Why was Martini, big underworld boss, a frequent and secret visitor at Harker's apartment?
Got it. Go on.
What was the meaning of the serpent card sent to Harker 12 hours before his death? I have it, but I'm afraid I can't get it to you tonight.
Describe it.
Picture of coiled serpent in corner of card. Phonetic spelling of hiss coming from its mouth. Letters clipped from newspaper and pasted on card read, "You will hear it." Another question. Was the hissing sound the maid heard the materialization of the threat of the card? And last, was Harker's death accident, suicide, or murder?
That all? Okay.
Thanks.
I thought I told you to get out of here.
I'm going. Hey. Hey, get a load of this, will you?
Why didn't you send in dope on that Harker death?
But I did, Mr. Perkins. I gave it to a rewrite man.
You gave it to the Express. I plant you in the spot 3 weeks before a murder happens. And when it breaks, we're carrying a spread of the European debt situation. You're fired.
But
Hello. Close out Pat Morgan. Thank you.
I found it under the rug, ma'am. Oh, so that's what it was. Oh,
what a dirty trick. I'll slash his throat. What a low double-crosser. I'll get even with him if it takes my last brain cell. And he knew it'd cost me my job. I'll get even with him. And how I'll get even, I'll kill him. I'll kill him.
Is it somebody you don't like, ma'am?
Oh.
I'll see you at the office.
Was she strangled?
It looks like it. You want to see something interesting? Come here. Does that suggest anything to you?
Harker could have fallen from here instead of from the roof garden, couldn't he?
He not only could, but we believe that he did. That broken pole suggests that someone clutched at the curtain in an effort to save himself. Now, Harker's nails were badly broken, and there are deep scratches in the paneling there. And now we'll talk about you. You don't mind, do you?
Of course not. What do you want to know?
Do you know a reporter by the name of Ted Rand? Yeah, I can see that you don't. Well, he got a lot of first-hand information in his paper this morning, and I can't figure out where he got it, unless it was from you.
May I see it?
Well, did he get it from you? All right. Now let's have a little talk. And then I'll decide whether or not I'm going to lock you up for withholding information from the police. Yeah, Wilford is on his way down now with a picture of Kobe. He's been missing since last night. Broadcast a description of him. And tell Brown I want all the hotels checked, the steamboats, the railroad stations. Send out a general alarm. When you get him, book him for murder. All right. All right, what's your name?
Morgan. Pat Morgan. I'm a reporter on the morning news. That is, I was a reporter on the morning news until Ted Rand pinched my story last night.
What did they do? Fire you? Oh. What was the idea of posing as Harker's secretary? What are you after?
Harker. My editor got wind of some connection between Harker and Joe Martini. He couldn't figure what the town's favorite saint was doing in business with a racketeer.
Were they in business?
I don't know. I know Martini was up here several times, always late at night, and always when Harker thought I was asleep. But as far as getting anything definite on him, I didn't have any luck.
Well, how about the Kobe woman? Her name was Bee, by the way.
It was? Well, that looks like...
The world's oldest story. That's why we're after the husband. But what I want to know is about that last phone call of hers. How did you know about it?
I listened in on the extension.
Oh. What did you hear?
A woman's voice, and she said, "This is Bee. I've got to see you." And Harker said, All right. And hung up.
Talkative cuss, wasn't he? Has Martini got an apartment here?
804.
How did you get a hold of the Serpent card?
Do you think there's anything in it?
I'm asking the questions. How did you get hold of it?
I snitched it out of his pocket.
You've been kind of busy, haven't you? Did you see him when he got it? How did he act? Scared?
Puzzled. He tossed it in the wastebasket and then fished it out. Studied it for a few minutes and put it in his pocket.
Where is the card now?
I'll get it. Did you find another one?
Yeah.
Where? In Mrs. Colby's apartment?
In the wastebasket.
What does it mean?
Oh, it's either a threat or some fake advertisement. I'm checking now to see if anyone else in the house got one. Well, is there anything else you want to tell me?
No, but maybe if I stayed on for a few more days and went through his papers, I might run across something. And as his secretary, I should help settle his affairs. Don't you think it's a good idea?
I think it's a good penthouse. You know, I ought to lock you up. If we'd have this information last night about the Colby woman and her husband, we'd have Colby now. But what's the use of expecting a reporter to tell a cop anything?
But I'm not a reporter anymore, and I might run across something. Don't you think it's a good idea?
I think you're trying to flirt with me. If I didn't have 4 kids and a wife that can lick her weight in wildcats, I might like it better. Go on, stay here. But don't get the idea that you're smarter than the police. And don't hold back anything that you find. Hello?
I think we have Colby for you.
What do you mean, think? Won't he admit it?
He isn't admitting anything. He's down at the morgue on a slab.
What? I'll be right down.
What is it? Where are you going? Have you found Colby? Oh, let me go with you. But I'm not a reporter anymore, and you can tell me everything in perfect confidence.
All right, all right.
Morgue!
Hey, Pat!
Hey, follow that car, will you?